Good afternoon, student. I am O.V. Ashish Kamle, the Assistant Professor of Electronics from Computer Science Department. Welcome to our e-learning platform. In a previous all video, we complete the paper 2nd of semester 4th, name Wireless Communication and Internet of Things. Now, from this video, we start the paper 1st, name Embedded System Design. An embedded system is a computer system which can perform many tasks such as to access, to process, to store, to control the data in various electronic systems. Embedded systems are application specific organized hardware which can be controlled by specific software. Point to be discussed in this video, those are: what is a system, what is embedded system, block diagram of embedded system, component of embedded system, working of embedded system, characteristic of embedded system, advantages, disadvantages, and last point is application of embedded system. Now, first, before going to understand what is embedded system, we have to know what is a system. A system is an arrangement in which all its units assemble work together according to a set of rules. Here, we can say that the set of rules, according to a set of rules, our system may work. It can also be defined as a way of working, organizing, or doing one or more tasks according to a fixed plan. This is the system. Now, what is an embedded system? An embedded system is a computer system which can perform many tasks such as to access, to process, to store, to control the data in a various electronic system, where the software is usually known as firmware, that is embedded into a hardware. Here, the embedded system is a combination of software and hardware. Also, it is a combination of software and hardware. The software used, it is also known as firmware in embedded system, which is embedded into a hardware. Understand? Okay. Then, an embedded system is a microcontroller or a microprocessor based system which is designed to perform a specific task. Here we can say that the embedded system is also a microcontroller based, or it may be a microprocessor based system which is designed to perform a specific task. Embedded systems are the application specific organized hardware which can control by specific software. Next, this is the block diagram of embedded system. Here you can see that the block diagram, which consists of an input device interfacing driver circuit, processor, program memory, data memory, timer, serial communication port, interrupt controller, parallel ports, output interfacing or driver circuit, power supply, reset oscillator circuit, system application, specific circuit. This is the basic structural diagram of embedded system. You can see here the basic structural diagram of embedded system, which consists of sensors, ADC, ADC means analog to digital converter, then processor, then DAC, DAC means again digital to analog converter, actuator with a memory device. Here embedded system is consist of those elements. Sensor measure the physical quantity and convert it into a electrical signals. What is the function of sensor? To measure physical quantity and convert that quantity into a electric signal. The output of sensor is usually an analog form. Here we get the output of sensor which is in form of analog. So we have to convert that analog signals or analog output into a digital. We have to use ADC here. What is the function of ADC? ADC means analog to digital converter, which convert analog signals into a digital form. ADC convert this analog output received by the sensor into a digital form. Now, as this data has to be transmitted for further process or action it has to be converted into a analog form again. Now the processor with having a memory do that process, and after the process the analog signal is again converted into a digital signal is again converted into analog form. For that purpose we use DAC here. We use DAC. What is the full form of DAC? Digital to analog converter. DAC converts this digital output into a analog form. Then last one is actuator. What is the function of actuator? Actuator compares the data with the expected output, which is stored in a memory, and then further action is taken by actuator. This is the basic structural diagram of embedded system. Now next one is component of embedded system. There are three components of embedded system. First, hardware. Second, software. And third, real-time operating system, RTOS. We can say that RTOS. First one is hardware. An embedded system uses a hardware platform to perform the operation. Hardware of the embedded system is assembled with microprocessor or a microcontroller. It has the elements such as input-output interface, memory user interface, and display unit. Generally, an embedded system comprises of following: first, power supply, processor, timer, output circuit, serial communication port, SASC, that means system application specific circuits. This is the diagram of hardware from an embedded system, which consists of data from external world, input, output, memory, and CPU. Now second component of embedded system is software. The software is an embedded system is written to execute a particular function. It is normally written in high level setup and then compiled down to offer code that can be stuck within a non-volatile memory in a hardware. An embedded system software is intended to keep in view of following three limits. First, convenience of system memory. Second, convenience of processor speed. And third, when embedded system runs constantly, there is a necessity to limit power dissipation for action like run, stop, or wake up. This is the software diagram of embedded system, which consists of data from external world, input, output, memory, and CPU. It also consists of software and hardware blocks. The hardware block is under the software. Third component is real-time operating system. A system which is essential to finish its task and send its services on time. Then only it's said to be a real operating system. The system which is essential to finish its task and send its services on time, it is known as real-time operating system. It controls application software. It also manages different hardware resources. RTOS controls the application software and offered the device to allow the process run. It is responsible for managing the different hardware resources of personal computer and also hosts application which runs on the PC. This is all the component of embedded system. Now we have to discuss the most important point of embedded system, which is working of embedded system. Every embedded computing device, maybe it your computer or a mobile, has some inputs and corresponding outputs. Embedded system have inputs and corresponding output. Here is an example of how an embedded system works. It takes the analog and digital inputs from the user. Example as a push button, switch, keypad, sensor, touch screen. then it process the given input. Processing may be calculation or conversion. Okay, for example, as we take example of ADC convert a sensor analog input to a digital output. After converting the analog value to a digital output, you need to control using output devices. For example, output devices are the motors, LCD, touchscreen, and etc. This is the working of embedded system. You can see here the diagram of embedded system, which having two blocks. First block is user interface and second embedded computer. Here the user interface blocks consist of fingerprint sensor, keypad and switch button, and the embedded computer's block consists of software and hardware with input variables and output variables. Now next, characteristic of embedded system. Embedded system usually perform a specialized operation. Here you can say that by using the embedded system we can perform only a specialized operation. Embedded system must be of size to fit on a single chip. It is most important characteristic of embedded system is that it is must be size of that which can fit on single chip. Okay, it must perform fast enough to process data in a real time. It having fast process. It has consumed less power to extend battery life. Less power, it consumes less power to extend our battery life. Memory has to be sufficient to store its software. Memory has to be sufficient to store software. Those are the characteristics of embedded system. Now, advantages of embedded system. There are so many advantages of embedded system. Here we discuss some of these. First, low power consumption, then low cost, small size, enhanced real-time performance, easily customizable and for specific application. Those are the advantages of embedded system. Now, disadvantages of embedded system: high development cost, time consuming design process, and its application specific less market available. Those are the disadvantages. Now last point of video is application of embedded system. Embedded system used in automobiles, in telecommunication, in smart cards, in a satellite and missiles, and it also used in a computer networking also. Thank you. Keep watching my video.